Preparing for preliminary examination, you must have looked into those Constituent Assembly and then the committees that we have had there. I would like to share with you the 8 major committees and their head and the 13 minor committees and their head and the functions that they were doing. The name itself explains. I am giving this quick list to you as a fast forward revision so that you don't miss out on anything. And if you have forgotten some, that definitely get remembered by this. Let's first talk about those 8 major committees that we have got. Then we talk about 13 minor committees that will be there. The first and the foremost top of my mind is drafting committee headed by none other than Baba Saheb Ambedkar. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar drafting committee was headed by him. Then we have got Union Powers Committee was by Jawaharlal Nehru. Then Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru was there for 3 committees actually in the major ones. Then with the third one, we have got Union Constitution Committee, again headed by Jawaharlal Nehru. Then we have got Provincial Constitution Committee, headed by Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Then we have got Advisory Committee on Fundamental Rights, Minorities and Tribal Excluded Areas, again headed by Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. And then Rules of Procedure Committee, headed by Dr. Rajendra Prasad. And then we have a steering committee headed by Dr. Rajendra Prasad again. And then we have a state committee for negotiation with the state headed by Jawaharlal Nehru. So here we have got like 3 major committees were headed by Jawaharlal Nehru, and Dr. Rajendra Prasad headed 2 of them. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel headed 2 of them, and then Dr. B.R. Ambedkar headed the one which is the core of all that we have got drafting committee that was there. So in all, 8 major committees we have got. Now let's look into those 13 that we have got. That is where we have got the first is function of Constituent Assembly. I mean, that is what is headed by G.V. Mahavankar. Function of Constituent Assembly, that is, he was the first Speaker of the House, so organizing the entire affair was basically handled by him. Then we have Order of Business Committee, K.M. Munshi. The third one is Credential Committee that we have got. Alladi Krishnaswamy Iyer was the head of that. And then we have Committee on Financial Provisions, and that is by Nalini Ranjan Sarkar. Was not a member of that committee, but then he was the head of it. Expert Committee on Financial Provisions that we had. Then Press Gallery Committee was by Usha Nath Sen. And then we have Linguistic Provisions Committee, S.K. Dar, that we have got, again, not a member, but was the head of that. Then we have 2 minor committees, again, additionally, was headed by Dr. Rajendra Prasad. One was Finance and Staff Committee, and the second was Ad hoc Committee on National Flag. And that was to be kept in mind. Then we have 2 more were headed by Patta V. Sitaramaiah, and one is House Committee, and the other is Committee on Chief Commissioner's Office. Then we have got another 2 committees were headed by S. Vardachari. That is one, that is Ad hoc Committee on Supreme Court, and the second is Ad hoc Committee on Citizenship. S. Vardachari was heading that. And then ultimately the one more committee, the 13th, which is by Jawaharlal Nehru, that is a special committee to examine the draft constitution, and that was there. So in all, what we find here is that we have got 8 major and we have got 13 minor committees. 13 minor committees that we have got 6 of them which was headed one person heading one, and then we have 2 headed by Dr. Rajendra Prasad, and 2 headed by Patta V. Sitaramaiah, and 2 headed by S. Vardachari. And then, of course, the last one, as I mentioned to you, again headed by Jawaharlal Nehru. That was a special committee to examine draft constitution. So this was a quick recap of the committees that you have already memorized. And if not, you can watch it several times over. Don't forget to subscribe our channel, and I will be coming back with more facts in the next video for preliminary examination to amp up your preparation. See you in the next video.